What is up, everybody? Welcome to Outside the Cage. We have a full weekend recap, and what a weekend it was. We have Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards retains his belt. We got some mess in the welterweight division. Justin Gaethje does what he does. Other fights on the card that just didn't disappoint. And overall, just a great weekend for sports. If you're a sports fan, it had to be a great weekend. So I know it was a great weekend for you, brother. How are we doing?
Man, I am feeling amazing today. The birds are chirping. It's good weather for the first time in a minute here in Santa Barbara. I think it's because they know that your boy won some bets this weekend.
I was looking. I was looking last night at like the bets that I like made on the pod, and then like I was just like all over the place on the weekend betting, so I didn't know like just like my MMA picks. But I went 7-6, but I had like four that were like plus money, so I definitely came out in profit.
Yes, sir. And those you had JG and Leon winning, right?
Yeah, Gaethje and Leon winning, and
Yeah,
then
I ended up
the play of the day, Makayev over 1.5 rounds hits easy.
everyone I was with, we did a squad ride on Leon. Everyone fired on him and Gaethje.
Yeah,
Most people in the group parlayed the two, but I
uh,
was a little scared, so I didn't. I missed out on
yeah.
that, but it was a magical experience. We had the restaurant shaking. Everyone in there probably thought we knew him or something with how hard we were cheering.
And what a fight it was! A classic fight, Leon versus Kumaro. What was your initial like reaction to the fight, and who did you have winning?
I had Leon. It was a very high level fight, very close,
Was very high
but
level.
yeah, there's with dudes like that, you can't get mad that it's not a barn burner. I don't.
Yeah.
Some people I've heard say it was a little boring, but I
No,
didn't
but
think
those
so at
those are the
all.
ones where it's like you got to be a true fan to appreciate. Like that,
Yeah,
I just watched that shit back again, like not even 10 minutes ago, and that shit was not boring at all.
bro. Yeah, Usman's jab is one of the best
Yeah.
jabs of all time. He didn't have a whole lot working for him in the striking department, but there was at least 5, 10 times when he wobbled or not wobbled, but staggered Leon back with that
Yeah.
jab pretty good. He throws it from both sides, but I think Leon just did enough to stop the takedowns. He
Yeah.
had
Oh yeah,
that
that was
cage
definitely the
grab.
difference.
Cage grab definitely should have been a point, no doubt in that, because Usman was taking him down there, and Leon would have had to work to get back up, use more energy. But yeah, I think Leon just looked like the slightly better man out there.
Yeah, so at first when I watched it, just off the eye test, like was not having a scorecard, I had Leon winning. Like just for the same reason you said, I thought he did I way not way more, but I think he did more on the feet, and then Usman
Yeah.
didn't do much on the ground. Leon stuffed a lot of takedowns. So I watched it back right now, and I had 48-46 Leon, and that's with the point deduction. So I had 10-9 round one Leon, 10-9 round two Kamaru, 9-9 round three. So I would have had 10-9 Leon, but 9-9 because of the point deduction. 10-9 round four for Leon, 10-9 round five for Leon. So 48-46. That's what I had. And that's what one of the scorecards had. So I just think, yeah, he was just better on the feet. The leg kicks paid dividends. And then some of the body kicks he threw the first round when he almost
Yes.
wobbled him with the body kick, that was filthy.
The first one, you saw
Yeah.
Usman double over.
Yeah.
I think Usman obviously he's gonna have to respect that head kick. So Leon just
Yeah.
kept acting like he was throwing, and then he would go to the body or the leg with it. Usman
Mm-hmm.
had no choice but to keep the hands up.
Yeah. And I just
Yeah.
think like Kamaru wasn't, I don't want to say he wasn't there mentally, but like I just, a lot of the like reactions and like, I don't know. I just feel like mentally it was a different Kamaru than we're used to seeing.
Just getting older too. Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah. Yeah,
Looked
definitely.
like, yeah, he didn't have the strength to finish some of those takedowns where he would get in a okay position. It's not like
Yeah.
Leon was shutting them all down right off the rip, but he just didn't have enough to follow through. He honestly, I thought he would wrestle a little bit more. In the fifth round, he was wrestling a lot,
Yeah.
but he was standing with Leon for a good amount of the time. And yeah, I got to give Usman his props. I'd say top two welterweight of all time,
Yeah, definitely.
undoubtedly. Has an
And then
argument for number one.
we get some not news, but we find out around Thursday, Friday that Colby Covington weighs in as the backup fighter. He said they called
Yeah.
him on 1 day notice. He said he cut 18 pounds in a night. So everyone's assuming, and based off his reaction when they announced Leon, I think they kind of told Colby that, hey, this is your fight if Leon wins.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, we assume that Colby's next, but what do you think? Do you think that
So
Colby should be next?
Yeah, so Dana was adamant on the fact he got asked 5 or 6 different times if Colby's actually next, and he said, yes, Colby is next. Colby is next. But then Leon Edwards goes on Ariel's show about 2 hours ago, maybe three, and he's saying, I'm not going to fight Colby. He doesn't deserve it. I'm not signing that contract. So right now it's kind of a little limbo phase in the
Yeah.
welterweight division. No one really knows who's getting that next shot. The UFC and Dana saying Colby, the champ
Yeah.
saying anyone but Colby.
Yeah. I think so. This is my matchmaking here. This is my what if. I'm not opposed to Kobe being next. I'm not opposed to it at all. I'm opposed to you announcing it right away after the fight when like it's not when it's night and day and it's clear cut and it's like, okay, he's the next guy. That's fine. Like I understand that. But like to come out here and like when it's close, you just can't
Yes.
do that if you're Dana. So what I have, like just ranking wise, I have Leon versus if again, big if here. If Masvidal beats Burns, you do Masvidal and Leon. I think that's the fight to make because I think you could sell that because obviously they have history. Then it's a big win against Burns. I don't think anybody would be opposed to that fight. But then after that, I would have Bilal as my second fight. So if Burns beats Masvidal, I go Bilal, and then
Uh-huh.
three would be just Gilbert Burns or Kobe. I don't think. And then they come out that they booked, but they're trying to book Bilal and Shavkat. So again,
Yeah.
Bilal just gets fucked. Um, we've heard Shemayev's going to 85, so he's out of the picture. But yes, I mean, I just think that to go automatically Colby Covington, I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to, not even be wouldn't be opposed to. I would want to see a Bilal versus Kobe fight ASAP. I think that's what needs
Yeah.
to be done. A Bilal versus Kobe fight ASAP. Winner gets Leon, or if Masvidal beats Burns, then he would get Leon.
Yeah, that seems like the easiest way. I'm just not I don't think Masvidal should get a title shot off of one win because he's lost his last
No, yeah,
three
100%. He
fights.
shouldn't, but yeah,
Yeah. But obviously this is a business,
yeah. He
so
beats a guy
people
like
know.
Gilbert, and then it just
Yeah.
gives you. I feel like that just gives you more time to settle it. Like then you can definitely do Kobe and Bilal. You would assume Leon's a big favorite in the fight against Masvidal, and then you
Hmm.
just fight, and then you just do Bilal versus Kobe.
Yeah, it's just so tough right now because Gilbert is booked with Masvidal, so neither of them can be thrown into the title
Leon said he's
shot
gonna
right
go see
now.
that fight. He might give it to Gilbert.
Gilbert's deserving if he gets another win.
Yeah,
But I don't know. A lot of these guys, it's hard to. None of them are really set apart because Bilal, he's beaten Sean Brady, Luque, Wonderboy in his last three. Colby's beaten Masvidal, lost to Usman, and beat Woodley, which was way back when. So
yeah. He
he's
doesn't have
been
a
a
great
lot
win
less
either.
active. And then
Yeah.
Shavkat has a win over Neil Magny, Carlston Harris.
So I think the
Burns
only
has a
one
win
left
over
is the
Magny.
only one like you can say is Bilal.
Yeah, I think Bilal versus Colby as a title eliminator ASAP sounds like a very good idea to me.
I just don't get why you don't do Bilal versus Kobe on this card.
Yeah.
Like if
There
Kobe's gonna be there,
yeah, he weighed in, he was ready to fight, but
I think
and
that's
I don't think Colby's in a spot right now where he's the clear-cut number one guy
that's what
no
I'm
matter
saying.
what.
Yeah,
Because he's 3-2 in his last five with not a lot of activity at all.
yeah,
The thing that he has going for him is that he gets people to tune in. It's big. I'm sure the social media engagement's way up when he fights just because you're
yeah,
getting all these viral Instagram reels and TikToks of him saying crazy stuff.
yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, this welterweight division, it's interesting.
You just
I
never know what fucking Dana's gonna say or do, bro.
and who is it? Who's the guy who always says, I don't make fights
Yeah, yeah.
right after
He's so
fight night.
contradicting, bro.
Yeah. I was like, come on, Dane. And now you're out here saying it's Colby no matter what. But
Yeah,
on some nights you say I don't make matchups the night of a fight.
yeah.
So
But
who
I mean,
knows?
speaking of matchups, Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev does not disappoint. I just watched that one this morning too. Man, I mean, like literally, it's like it's like what's gonna happen, and you're not surprised, but it's just like fuck, like that just happened. Like
High level violence, dude.
Justin Gaethje comes out like he's didn't break a sweat, not 1 ounce of blood on him, and then you just look at Fiziev and it's
Somehow.
just so violent.
Yeah. What a fight. I think it's like what you were saying before. Gaethje just has that experience. He's been in
Yeah.
those wars, and that
Showed in
definitely
round 3
showed.
with the one judge game of 10-8.
Yeah, they were very, very closely matched in the first
Yeah.
2 rounds. I think I had Fiziev winning after 2, but I mean, that third round was obviously going to be the one that decided the winner, and Gaethje made it very decisive that he won.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Fiziev, I don't know, you just watched it back, and one thing I thought watching it live was that Fiziev was kind of over swinging in the very beginning.
Yeah. He's so fast though.
Yeah. Yeah, Gaethje said he's the second fastest guy he's ever fought behind Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
So, and Michael Johnson's known for having ridiculously fast hands. But yeah, he's going to be a problem. He's only had 14 MMA fights.
Yeah.
So, and Gaethje's had 11 in the UFC. So, Fiziev's going to be around for a minute.
What do you like next for Gaethje? I feel like it's kind of served on a platter there for us, but what do you like next?
I mean, I know you're not a fan of these rematches.
No, this one I'm not opposed to though.
You're not opposed to this one?
No.
It makes such
it's there. There's
sense.
no one else. Yeah, there's no one else.
All right, then let's say it. Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje, 2018 Fight of the Year. Let's run it back. And I think whoever wins this
title eliminator
deserves a title shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're both 2-1 in their last 3. They both lost to Charles.
Yeah.
And they're both at the top of the division, probably the 2 biggest names to mainstream fans besides Conor. So yeah, it's right there. Winner gets a title shot. Let's get it going.
Probably. I'm not opposed to this one because, like, there's no one else left.
I was gonna say I was looking at the rankings right now, and the only other option, or wait, does Saryukian, does he have a fight booked?
Not that I know
of. He's not fighting Moicano, right?
No, that's your boy Tapuria.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, so I mean, Saryukian would probably be the next guy, but Gaethje said that he doesn't want to fight down again. He thinks he should fight up, and that's perfect. Yeah. Dustin's one spot up. That's probably the fight he would want because it's going to be the biggest draw besides, McGregor, a title shot.
Let's just do you do it too, as a fight night, or do you do it as because that's an international fight week, co-main. That's a big fight.
Yeah, that's a
big fight.
You could make that a 5-rounder and no one's
mad. That's what I'm saying. You can make that a fight night co-main event and no one's mad.
You mean a pay-per-view co-main event?
No, you can make it a 5-round fight night. And I don't.
Oh, a main event.
Yeah, 5-round main event fight night.
I would be down for that. That just sucks. I think they put that on a pay-per-view though, because that's people are buying that fight for those guys. So. Yeah, let's go. Poirier, Gaethje, winner gets a title shot. I'd say that's the easiest match to make off of this card. It's a lot easier than the welterweights we got going on.
Yeah.
And then who do you like for Fiziev?
For Fiziev, I don't know because, you look at this league on the rings here, it has to be down because Benny's booked, Gaethje, Poirier, Chandler's booked, and then. I don't know. Fiziev. It's tough. Maybe a Jalen Turner.
Ooh. That would be a good fight.
Right?
I was kind of thinking Gamrot or Saryukian.
Yeah, put him in one of those guys. But that's a tough fight too. But yeah, I'd probably say Gamrot. Yeah, I think Gamrot's the best matchup for him. Gamrot or Jalen Turner.
You think Saryukian's gonna get up into that top 5, top 6 range with his next fight?
Yeah, I don't know what Saryukian does either, man. That's tough too.
Because he lost to Gamrot, but it was a super close fight, and then he looked like a championship contender against Ismagulov in that really high level fight.
Yeah,
I was snuck in there on the prelims of a fight night.
Do you go Saryukian and Turner?
Ooh, that's a tough fight for Turner coming off a loss, but.
They're all just tough fights, man.
I know. They're all tough up there.
Yeah. So, we got to get in the lab. We got to figure out some matchmaking, but. But yeah, it's tough. I wouldn't want to be in that one. That's tough.
Yeah, there's so many options at lightweight too. You
Yeah.
got a bunch of elite dudes coming off wins, a bunch of elite dudes coming off losses. Dan Hooker, is he booked again?
Dan Hooker is not booked now.
Hmm. Maybe a little. I don't know. Fazeev might hurt Hooker.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, tough. Faziv's even in that loss, Faziv's still fucking. I don't want to fight him.
He scared me in that loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that those body kicks were a problem to Gaethje, but then in Gaethje's post fight, he was saying that the body kicks didn't hurt him. He was blocking a lot of them with his elbows.
Yeah.
So his elbows will be really swollen up, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, co-main and main event up there with just about any pay-per-view. Elite. Both fights had me feeling different.
Yeah.
I'd say this is about as good of decisions as you can get. You know,
Yeah,
no
no,
one's
great decisions.
usually if the co-main and the main are both decision fights, people aren't super hyped about them after. They're not talking.
Yeah.
They're like, kind of live a letdown. But both of these fights were super close, super competitive, full of action. It's not like it was a Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou fight. They were all going out there to get a W.
We got Brian Barberena losing to Gunnar Nelson via first round sub. You
my
sniped that one.
alternate play of the day, baby.
Yeah, you sniped that one. Good call.
Had to jump in on it after my freaking fiasco on the first fight of the night. But Gunnar Nelson, he's deadly. If he gets you on the ground, good luck. He's only really lost to high level grapplers and just really high level dudes in general lately. So yeah, I don't really know who I like for Gunnar next.
He's probably gonna take some time off. He's not gonna.
Yeah, he probably got paid.
Yeah.
Third spot on the pay-per-view card.
Yeah. Jennifer Maia upsets Casey O'Neill.
Did you fire on that one or no?
I mean, Casey O'Neill was in the parlay, but I didn't fight or no. Yeah. So whatever. And then the big one, Marvin Vettori beats Roman Dialidze, unanimous decision. What do you think about this one?
I wish Roman would have tried his hand in the wrestling a little more. I mean, obviously that's Vettori's bag, but I don't know. Vettori just kind of was able to do enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I was on the beach during this one. So I was watching on the stream. It was lagging out a little bit, and I haven't been able to rewatch it yet. So I don't have too much.
So, like, of a Vettori and Cannonier fights, like, already, like, teed up for us, right?
Yeah. Why not? Cannonier coming off the Strickland W, Vettori coming off of this W. Whoever wins gets back in the mix for a title eliminator.
Yeah. What do you like for Dialidze?
Dialidze. Let's see. Let me pull up the middle rankings real quick. Was he ranked going into this?
Yes, he was. He was right? Yeah.
He had a huge jump after the Hermanson.
Yeah, he went to number 9 after that big Hermanson win.
Wow. Dude, I really thought after what he did to Hermanson versus how Vettori beat Hermanson.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That was my logic going into it, but styles make fights.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about Dricus?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Dricus or Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, dude. That's got to be the fight because you don't fight Whitaker, and then Dricus and Dialidze or Sean Strickland Dialidze. Yeah. I think
those out of those 3 guys, 2 of them are gonna fight for sure. Whether it be
I want to see Dricus and Sean Strickland. That's a good fight.
I know, me too. I think the build up for that would be funny too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That has Fight Night main event written all over it.
That does.
Bro, the next fight of the night, a featherweight bout, Jack Shore versus Makwan Amirkhani. Shore had me scared, bro, when he came out and he was looking chubby. He was moving up in weight too. So right off the rip, I was thinking, oh, this guy just didn't feel like shape for this fight. But then after the fight, he explained that his dad had been in a battle with cancer up until 2 weeks ago. So
prayers up.
It's hard to be focused on yourself
Yeah.
for 5 months when you got that going on. So I'm not going to take anything away from Shore. And on top of that, he got the dub still. Rear naked choke submission. So yeah, he's a dog. I'm not sure. Did he say whether he was going to stay at featherweight or go back down to bantam?
I didn't peep the interview. I was watching with no sound.
Yeah, you're too busy making money on the cornhole boards too.
Yeah,
huh?
cornhole champs.
Let's go. We'll
Easy
get into
work.
all that stuff after we talk UFC. We'll
Facts.
talk about our other events of the weekend a little bit.
One other fight that I wanted to touch on, Muhammad Mokaev wins
Oh,
via
what a
sub.
dog. What
Yeah.
a dog,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. What a
Did you
dog.
see the picture of his knee
Yeah.
after the fight? It was like a balloon. Hey, slow
Yeah.
starter for real, for real.
I just don't think he's worth that price anymore, man. So it's like I'm gonna be looking for just honestly just to bet against him from now on. Like I don't like that price. If he's anything over like -6, -700 from now on, like you just got to take value. He's not
dude.
like I mean I don't know. I mean I for sure think he's gonna be a while before he comes back because that's a fucked up situation. That's a fucked up knee, but
Maybe like a year or more.
yeah,
I don't know if they said what the diagnosis is on it, but there's no way it's just swollen.
Yeah.
There's got to be some CLs that are messed up.
yeah. That I mean,
And I also want to touch on the Chris Duncan Omar Morales fight. So my boy Rug that was on the trip with us to Newport this weekend, he got us all fired up on Chris Duncan, laid it out for us. So we all threw him in parlays. He was the last leg of
that's lit when it's split decision too. Sugar vibes.
And it was that's what it felt like, but not obviously to that extent. But
Dang, someone had him scored losing 30-27.
Bro, it was a close fight. I didn't think Duncan won after the fact because in the last 2 rounds, in the first, Morales hurt him pretty good. First round was a banger. Then Duncan was definitely tired and had respect for Morales' striking. So he just kind of wet blanketed him, didn't really do a whole lot, but enough in the judges' eyes, luckily for our boys, because
Facts.
for some reason, we had a lot of money riding on Chris Duncan that night. In the fight, bro, the fight before that, Ash Mose, the someone's O's got to go fight.
Yeah.
When it first started, I was thinking, bro, this Sam Patterson guy is huge. He's going to piece him up. And then about 30 seconds later, Ash Mose caught a leg kick, flipped him back a little bit, blasted him with a right, and then hit him with a mean left hook on the way down. And that was kind of a scary knockout. When Patterson got back up, he was still thought he was fighting. He was like bobbing and weaving and dodging.
I seen that shit.
Yeah, that was a little sus. So on Mokaev, real quick, if we had to redo that top 5 in 5 years, is he still on your list? Because he is young. No?
No.
Yeah, he's not winning convincingly, and he's not fighting top guys yet.
Yeah.
And you look at
the more I thought about it, it's just like for all those reasons you said, on top of that, he's a flyweight. Like those guys really aren't getting like you gotta be
unless you're like a Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse. Yeah, you gotta be fucking Mighty Mouse, bro. So yeah, bad scout on me, but we're all right, still undefeated, so we're fine.
Yup. Hey, no, I mean, not even a bad scout, dude. 22 years old. And when you have that type of mentality, hey, anything's possible. He's younger, or he's our age. So
yeah.
And then next fight, Lerone Miracle Murphy keeps his O in a close split decision. This was another one that we had money riding on. We were watching this on the Duffy boat.
You had
around the
Lerone?
harbor. Lerone, yep. He was the one who got shot 3 times a while ago, so had to ride on him. I convinced some people in the house that we had to ride on him, so Thank you, Lerone, for pulling out for us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Facts.
And then, yeah, man, a lot of undefeated guys on these prelims.
All right, man. You got to stop tiptoeing around it. We got to ask you, what happened to your girl?
Hey, I was just going down the list, but
no, what happened to your girl? I don't give a fuck about these other ones.
She looks like a 3-2 fighter out there. I don't know. I thought I had a real scout. I thought I saw someone that had that different type of dog in him, but turns out she's really got to get back in the lab.
Like, what happened? Just not good?
Man, Hardy's game plan. Like you said, Hardy's game plan just was too much to handle.
Hardy put the scout in, bro. That's elite.
She just didn't. she just got beat everywhere. Honestly, that I had her in my top 3 women's in 2028, and that's gonna be very, very wrong now looking back at it. And she just didn't look hot either at all fighting.
Yeah,
So
bad scout.
I'm not gonna start dissing or anything,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna be hyping her up too much anymore.
Well, London, thank you. What a card it was. UFC 286. Did
Yeah,
it not disappoint? Great start time, by the way, too. I liked the start time and like the end
loved
time was
it.
perfect. Yeah, it was perfect.
Worked perfectly with
Yeah,
what was going on with the
yeah,
weekend
yeah,
too.
definitely.
Hmm.
So again, we talk about in the sport. Fucking on to the next. This weekend we have a big bantamweight battle. Marlon Vera
Big.
versus Corey Sandhagen. Bantamweight main event. I think this one's in San Antonio fight night.
Yeah.
A lot
Spurs
on the
Stadium,
line
maybe?
here. A lot on the line here.
Yeah. I'd say the winner has the number one argument for a title shot,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, they
Until
put
Sugar.
themselves in line with like 3 other guys that have the.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now,
But I
probably
mean, I think
Marab
anyone here,
for.
like someone here is like a dominant performance away from like, all right, you're that guy.
Yes. If either of them goes out there and just puts on a clinic, then they're going to
Yeah.
be the number one guy. So
Who do you like in this one? We got Marlon Vera plus 140, Corey Sandhagen minus 170.
I like Corey the Sandman Sandhagen.
You like Corey?
I don't know, dude. I think in every fight I've been able to no, that sounds stupid, but in all of Cheeto's fights, when both guys were fresh, I felt like Cheeto wasn't the faster guy, wasn't the more technical guy. The other guy was beating him.
Yeah. Dominic Cruz.
But yeah, Dominic Cruz, even Rob Font a little bit, but Rob
Yeah.
just got gassed out and Cheeto wore him down. Frankie Edgar, even.
Yeah.
So I don't know, dude. I think Sandhagen's been in those 5-round wars multiple
Yeah.
times. He's not gonna wear down, or he's not gonna fade in those championship rounds. And I think he's gonna be faster, he's longer. I think he's more technical.
So do you think like the shots that Cruz was hitting Cheeto with, if that's Corey, like Cheeto's put away?
I don't know. Cheeto's chin is
Yeah.
pretty nasty.
Because Cruz was hitting with some shots.
If Corey hits Cheeto with that knee that he hit Mariah's with, right?
Yeah.
That was the fine knee. I think anyone goes out to that. So if Corey can snipe him with something, he can put him to sleep. But I don't think it's Oof. I'd say Corey by decision. That's my play.
I like
what are
it,
you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, just seeing Cheeto live and seeing the clinic that Cruz was putting on for 3.5 rounds, like it's hard for me to believe that Corey's not a higher level than Dominic Cruz at this stage. So I definitely think Corey, but yeah, I mean, just but Cheeto, but I also think like, okay, we say that, but like if Cheeto hits Corey with the head kick he hit Cruz with, he's out too. So it's like, it's just a matter of can Cheeto survive, because he's a slow starter. He gets better as the fight goes on. So can he just weather the storm and then do what he does and then fucking, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a toss up. One of those. It's borderline. The line's borderline. Like you have to bet Cheeto. It's almost. I almost have that. Not yet. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sold on Sandhagen minus 170. I think it should be closer to a pick 'em. I'm just more so like obviously like I want to watch the fight, but I'm more so just want it to be over to see what happens next. Like that's almost where I'm at. Just like I want it to be over so we can see like what happens. You know.
I feel you just want to be able to figure this bantamweight situation out.
Yeah, I just want to be able to matchmake this shit.
So we can get our guy Sugar Sean.
So what I'm thinking is, bro, is like if Aljo wins, I think if Aljo win or lose, I think Aljo goes up.
Me too, kind of.
So then, okay, so let's say he loses. Henry's the guy. I think they do Henry and Sugar versus Marab in the winner of this one. Because I think they need to get that Henry and Sugar fight done before it's like too late, you know?
Because that's a big pay-per-view.
Yeah, so you go Henry and Sugar. So I guess we go Henry Sugar either way. But I think if Aljo wins and like vacates the belt, then you got to give the title shot to Marab.
100%.
because he's been waiting.
I think I'm the biggest Sugar fan in the world, but right now I think Merab deserves the shot over Sugar if Henry was the one that wins. Just because
I don't think it's like I don't think it's that like he deserve. I don't know. I just think that kind of like the John Jones thing, like how long is he going to be here? So I think like you need to make Henry and Sugar because it's a big fight before because you don't want to waste like Henry and Marab's like no one's sold on that fight. So like
I completely
you're wasting one of Henry's like you're wasting Henry coming back and you don't know how long he's gonna be back. Like while Henry still does have that star power because he's still coming back, like that's just what I think.
It makes complete sense. Why would you want to waste Henry's one big fight on
Yeah,
Merab, which is probably the worst possible?
because that can't be a head main event.
That would be a tough co-main, honestly.
Yeah, that's a tough co-main.
That's a third fight on a good card.
Yeah.
So it's tough because I see both sides. From a sport perspective, Merab gets the shot, but from a business perspective, Sugar gets the shot.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, but then there's also the fact that like the fact here too is you can use like Marab's own fights are only selling if it's a title fight. So like you have to put Marab in a title fight, but like you can stick Cheeto and Corey versus Sugar and it's gonna sell. Like so that's the thing too is like that's another big factor is like you can put it's a blessing and a curse that you can put Sugar anywhere and he's gonna sell.
Yeah, because Marab's a belt dependent draw.
Yeah.
Just same thing with Peter, kinda.
Yeah.
If he would have beat Sugar, Peter would still be a huge draw. Sugar would still be a big draw. UFC has more big draws at bantamweight, so it's not as bad for Sugar to lose or not get a title shot as people think for the UFC.
Yeah. No, so I think that's where we're at. If I had to pick, I'd probably go Cheeto. Just for the reasons I stated, I think it's gonna be a long fight, and I think the longer it goes, the more it benefits Cheeto. But yeah, I mean, I'm not confident or sold or betting on any one of those fighters. But I would probably say Cheeto, and then I think if Cheeto wins though, that's more. I don't know, man. I'm done like trying to figure out like what's gonna happen. I don't know.
It'll be a lot easier after Saturday.
Yeah, but
not a lot easier, but a little bit easier.
Yeah, so we got that fight. Anything else in that card you like? Holly Holm versus Yana Santos. That's a good one.
Head kick Holly. That's rad.
Nate Landwehr, San Diego alum, will be on the card as well.
The Nate train.
Oh, I like Perez versus Manel Cape is a good one.
Yeah, Manel's your guy, huh?
Yeah, I like Cape.
You like Perez though too, actually.
I do like Perez.
We got Macy, the future barber, in there also. She's not really said she was the future like 5 years ago, but she's still the future. Bro, I think there's at least 10 fighters on the UFC roster that have the future as their nickname on Sherdog or the UFC's website.
Hey.
Whatever.
Dude, you know what scares me? So you know how when Teddy Atlas said that when you win the belt, you're 30% better?
Yeah.
That shit scares me for Izzy, bro.
Because with Usman, it was true.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, dude.
But I feel like fucking you can't. How much better can he be? He's already beat him 2 times before that, so it's like that was already his better. Like that was his like.
Yeah, that was Pereira at his bet. Unless he does get 30% better now. Yeah. Just walks him down just with the left hook. No, I'm not putting that out there in the universe. It's already out there, but
yeah, man, I don't know, but yeah, that's definitely like was my bro. Honestly, like that was one of my first thoughts when like I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was my first thought when Leon won, and I was like, because I was telling people I was with, I was like, bro, I fucking knew Leon was gonna win. I was like, as soon as he won the belt, I was like, I fucking knew it. Like he wasn't gonna, and then I'm just like, but then I'm contradicting what I'm saying against. I mean, because let's just call it what it is, bro. It's biased for Izzy, it is. But I just think I don't know. I just still think Izzy's gonna win.
We're human.
It's biased, but I'm being unbiased when I say Izzy's gonna win.
All right, that's your head talking, not your heart.
Yeah,
and you say Izzy's gonna win.
Yeah,
I like that. Do you have any big plays for this weekend? Any snipes that you're feeling on the prelims, early prelims, main card, main event?
Nothing that sticks out to me yet. I gotta lock in. It's been a long weekend. I'll get the picks out. I'll get the picks out before Saturday.
Yeah, usually over the weekend, I think I can speak for both of us. We dial in on next week's card a little bit, get our predictions,
Yeah.
set up, but this weekend wasn't a normal weekend.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. It's been the weekend since Thursday.
Yeah, facts, dude. Oh gosh, for both of us, man.
Yeah.
Been a great weekend though. March Madness, insane. Shout out FDU.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say Corey by decision though for my play of the day. Parlay will be on Instagram, I'd say
Yeah.
sometime between Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, I'll probably go. I mean, I don't know yet. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't have any picks yet. I don't want to say, but if I in the main event, I like Cheeto. I'm not gonna bet it. I don't know yet if I'm gonna bet it or not. Right now, if you ask me today, no, I wouldn't bet it. But once I look into it and see some line movement, then I'll give it a. I'll let y'all know. Y'all know what y'all will know when I know.
I think the line might be moving a little bit because I printed out, I got all my old fashioned papers here because I'm a little bit of an old head.
No, that's me too,
But
bro. I'm pen and paper.
yeah, I printed out the odds and it has Corey minus 155, Cheeto plus 135. But then I just checked on my phone to see what it is.
Corey's
And it
minus
says,
170.
yeah. So I'm not sure how old this is or if the UFC's website just doesn't. Yeah, obviously they're not going to be changing the odds every hour. But dude, there's no odds on the Holly Holm fight right now. It's kind of weird.
I got Holly Holm minus 225.
Dang.
Yeah.
I need to lock in.
Facts. I'm excited, man. This is a great. I'm excited for this Cheeto and Corey fight, man. For real.
And I'm not. Yeah, I'll watch all the fights, obviously, but there's no other ones that I'm planning on absolutely firing on unless I have some epitome later in the weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, so how's your brackets looking?
Not good, brother. Not good. Took a lot of upsets. I mean, I don't know. I feel like in the pool we're in to like win it, you got to take some upsets. But I mean, I think my final four still. No, my final four. Wait, let me check. I had the one that killed me was Marquette losing.
Oh, you were big on Shaka, huh?
Yeah, so I had Marquette. My final four was Marquette, Bama, Texas, UConn, which I still like. So I still need Texas and UConn to win some big games. I think Alabama, I think it's the first two games we've seen from Bama. I think they run away with it from what we've seen. I don't think anybody really beating them.
Bama looks really good.
And they kind of have not a decent draw, but I like them against San Diego State. It's a bad matchup for San Diego State. And then they play the winner of Creighton and Princeton. So I think that's kind of lined out for them. I will say though, shout out Tom Izzo, legend, GOAT, one of the best ever. It's what he does, what they do in March. Shout out Gonzaga too. Everyone counted them out. Gonzaga does what Gonzaga does. They win. They're 1 win away from the Elite Eight. So,
bro, yeah, I'm looking at our group right now, and we're 21 and 22.
No, not outside the cage.
Hey, that's good though. That means we've been more locked in on MMA.
Yeah, facts.
That's low key a blessing in disguise. I had Kansas losing in the ship. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we're in trouble there. But bro, all weekend long, people were telling me Bama's not it. Bama's not it. And what I said is that Brandon Killer Miller. I'm taking it away, Juliana. Brandon Miller's the new Killer.
I was thinking how you can watch them and see that they're not it. And when we've seen all these other number one seeds struggle.
Yeah. Dude, he's playing for a lot right now. Because if he balls out and goes nuts, the NBA won't be able to deny him. He's going to be a very high lottery pick. But if he chokes, doesn't really do too well, there's a chance that they're like, why do we want to cover for you, get you out of these legal problems when you're not even a star? So he's trying to prove right now that he is a superstar.
Yeah. And that game, he struggled a bit on Thursday, but Saturday he freaking played really well.
Dominating. I got a live spread for Bama minus 6.5.
Yeah.
Easiest bet. Oh, what was this?
I actually bet I'm not lying or anything, but I actually bet FDU the last two games. I bet them plus 23 against Purdue and I bet them plus 15. I tried to get them money line yesterday, but fuck, it didn't work out.
I got them. I hammered them plus 15 in the second game, and then I put a little bit on a money line, so that didn't pan out.
Yeah,
the Big 12 screwed me over though.
Bro, I told you, bro. The Big 12, the Pac-12, somewhat the Big 10, just not. You gotta stay away, bro. Big East, SEC, ride with them.
Man, Baylor, disappointing.
I picked
really disappointing.
I
Yeah, you
picked
were right.
Creighton.
Hey, UConn though, I've been hitting those UConn spreads, the live odds, because they in the first half they kind of started a little slow
Yeah.
in the first two games, but second half they go nuclear.
Yeah.
After Hurley gets in the locker room, starts writing on the whiteboard, making some
Yeah. Facts.
adjustments.
I like UConn. So let's go. Pull out your bracket real quick. Let's go through quick here. So I got Bama beating San Diego State. I got Creighton beating Princeton. I got Tennessee beating Florida Atlantic. I got Kansas State beating Michigan State. Houston beating Miami. Texas beating Xavier. UConn beating Arkansas. And I got Gonzaga beating UCLA.
All right. I'll try and pick some different right here, but I'm rolling with the Tide as well. And then I'll say, yeah, Princeton's not going to beat Creighton, so
No.
I'll be boring on that one. Princeton, Creighton. I'm going to take FAU over Tennessee. FAU didn't really they didn't really show me a whole lot versus FDU,
They're
but
playing well, though. They're a good team.
Yeah, and I'm just still not a March Tennessee guy yet, which is crazy. Remember, I had him in my Final Four when we first made the brackets, and then I was like, no, change that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I picked Duke instead. So that's really sick. Or no, I had Duke in the Elite Eight. I got Kansas State over Michigan State. Noel might be the best player in the tournament right now.
Special.
Big Rondo vibes.
Oh, yes. Bro, the lob you threw in behind the backs, bro. Yes.
I was telling my guy Ace, best passer we've seen in college since Lonzo.
Bro, he against Kentucky, bro. Oh my gosh.
When they were trying to trap him
They can't
by
trap
half
him.
court, and he would just. Oh. Ace
Yeah,
was saying that
easily.
shows that Calipari wasn't watching film on him because you can't trap that guy, and they kept trying to. He is. Oh my goodness, he's fun to watch too.
Yeah, he's nice.
Smallest guy on the court at all times, probably. Always the fastest guy on the court too. Pulls up from deep. He's definitely not a sniper, but makes him when he has to. Do you think he'll be? You think he'll be able to carve out a good career in the NBA, or you think he's just too small to guard?
Yeah, just tough to guard. Tough to guard, yeah.
Because with now, some teams' shortest guy on the floor will be 6'5".
Yeah. Well, it just now is like, it don't matter where you're at, they're just going to pick on you in the pick and roll. Like, they'll find you.
That's true, man. People talk about how it's harder to score in college than the NBA, but I don't know. They're just so good in the NBA.
I mean, college is more like college is more like scheme dependent. It's like you have to score against like different defenses, whereas like NBA, you can just high pick and roll, get a switch and get a bucket. It just depends. I mean, I don't know. I definitely think it's harder to score in college because it's just you're schemed and then pressing and there's different stuff. In NBA, you kind of just NBA, you hit shots, you score, like you win. That's the bottom line. Same in college, like we're seeing it, but like in college, like it's just so much more like scout dependent.
They call a lot less in college too.
Yeah.
Like physicality wise. So I'll say Kansas State over Michigan State, Houston and Miami. I'm gonna go with Miami, low key.
Playing well.
Isaiah Wong, that's who I was talking about. He's been there forever, and he's finally ready. He's probably like 27 right now. And then Xavier versus Texas, and horns down. Let's go, Xavier. They haven't really shown me a whole lot yet. They kind of had a sketchy game, right? No, last one.
Who?
Xavier.
No,
they won by 11.
Okay.
All right, we're cool. Well, I wanted Texas to lose so bad against Penn State.
Yeah, it was close.
Hey, that was an elite Northwestern cover. Got him +8. I called you. I said, do we take a money line? You said no.
Yeah, take the points.
And that worked perfectly. And then I'll take Arkansas is UConn. Arkansas is athletic.
They are. Shouts Muss, bro. Muss always gets it done.
I might go hogs up from my guy Garrett over there. So we got Arkansas beating UConn and then Gonzaga beating UCLA because Fook the Bruins. I still need to get a FU. You know the shirts when it's UCLA's logo and then it has the F in front of it?
Yeah.
Need one of those. Need me one of those.
Facts.
Yeah, so that's March Madness outside the cage edition, number 3. World Baseball Classic. You've been tuned
Shouts
into that
Trey Turner.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Trey Turner. We're in the championship tomorrow, right? Or today?
Oh,
Since Tuesday.
we won the semi. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
smacked
do we
Cuba
play?
like 14-2.
Shit, Cuban Missile Crisis.
So
We were
championship on
shooting
Tuesday, right?
missiles. Let's see. World Baseball Classic. I'm gonna say yes for now, so I'm not just silently
is.
looking something up.
I think it is.
Do they play Japan?
It was Japan or Mexico.
I want it to be Japan. I want to see Shohei.
I'm sure it's already over.
Oh, they're in the top of the first right now.
No. Wait,
It
who's
says
the top
game
of the first?
2? Japan and Mexico.
Oh, okay. So we play the winner tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
Oh,
good.
Shohei's not pitching though. Is he the only MLB player on their team?
I have no clue. I haven't seen anybody.
A lot of the other teams are pretty loaded.
Yeah, but we're all right. We're gonna beat them. USA.
The USA is loaded. We just don't have much pitching, but our 1 through 9, they should be scoring at least 10 runs a game, no matter what. It's basically like the Dodgers lineup.
Yes, sir. Well, that does it for us, man. Great weekend. Hopefully this weekend can somewhat top it. Sandhagen versus Cheeto. Lock in on that one. We'll get our picks to y'all. We promise. I'll get our picks. I'll lock in either tonight or tomorrow, and we'll try our best to get our picks in. But thank you all for listening, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's keep this great sports period going right now. Best UFC stretch of events of all time. March Madness, World Baseball Classic.
Yes, sir.
What a time to be alive, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right. Deuces.